Right, okay. A problem definition, the first step is identifying the problem, and then the second space is identifying the requirement, and the third phase is system designing. So let's learn these things in detail now. Actually, we have to learn about, let's learn the first three things: problem definition, requirement analysis, and system designing. Problem definition is the place. Problem definition එකේදී තමයි අපි බලන්නේ about identifying the problem. So here actually a person called system analyst. There's a person called system analyst, and he is basically using this system analyzing for actually system analyzer is doing this. What he was doing, he's basically analyzing the domain. Domain means subject. Right? Let's say a software need to be developed to a banking system. Banking system එකට software එක හදන්න ඕන කියලා හිතන්නකෝ. So then basically, so the person need to analyze that domain, the subject specific requirement, and he is providing a requirement specification document. So then requirement analysis. This is the most critical phase because මේකෙදි දැන් වැරදියට තේරුම් ගත්තොත් requirement ඉවරයි. The software will be useless. So we have to identify the correct requirement of the user. ඇත්තටම මොනවද ඕන කියන එක දැන් ඔයාලගේ project එකෙත් මේක තියෙනවා. In your project also this is there. So you have to identify whether the real set of requirement is discovered. Otherwise it will cause a wrong product. Wrong requirement analysis will cause wrong product. So that is dangerous. So critical phase in the SDLC is requirement analysis. Then the system designing, there we draw some diagrams because you know the natural language explanation is like, so you can explain things using natural language, but when you explain things using natural language, it will be a bit ambiguous, right? Ambiguous means පැටලෙලි සහගත වෙන්න පුළුවන්, right? When you explain things using natural language, it can be ambiguous. So we are using some design diagrams like flowchart, pseudocode, UML diagrams. So we learned that, right? So these diagrams are used in explaining the design. These diagrams are used in explaining the design. That is this phase. So the problem definition, we find out the requirement. What is the problem? That is done by a special person called system analyst. Requirement analysis, that is the most critical because wrong requirement will lead wrong product. Where the requirement identify where the product. Therefore, requirement analysis is critical. And system designing, that is also actually this also belongs to the system analyst. System analysts do this problem definition, requirement analysis both. So system analyst is highly paid job role because he's the one initiating the project. He's telling, this is what I need. So this is what user need. So for an example, let's say, okay, one time, I don't know whether you can remember, how many of you have used Windows 8? Windows 8? How many of you have used? This you? Okay. Senuka? Windows 8 use kara. Anyone use Windows 8? Senuka? No. Mauli?
No.
No. Lakshya?
So I'm using Mac OS.
Mac OS, right? You are not using it. Okay, anyway. So Windows 8, why I took that example? Windows 8 was kind of failure. In Windows 8, the requirement was not properly identified. So what has happened, the Windows, you know, the start menu, basic menu in the Windows, that is removed in Windows 8, initial version. So people didn't like that. People were refusing that. Oh, without start menu, we don't want this. People were refusing that. Then they have released another version called Windows 8.1 with the start menu, with the menu. Otherwise, people like it was like difficult for the people. They like Windows 7, not Windows 8. People say Windows 8 is good, not Windows 8. Windows 7 was good, Windows 8 is not good. So therefore, Requirement analysis is really critical. System designing, the diagramming part. Yes.
So what is the difference between the ultimate and the no regular one?
Sorry, Devdasi.
What is the difference between the ultimate and the regular?
Ultimate version and the regular version of Windows.
Yeah.
All right. Regular version is like it's having less features, less amount of features. So some security features, and you can compare. There are different versions, not just ultimate standard. So there are like different versions: ultimate, standard, home, business. Right? Here, home, business, then professional, ultimate. Likewise, enterprise. So there are different versions, editions. So these are like this is for Windows Vista, and this is for Windows 7. Windows 10 also there are, right? Here you can see Home Premium. It has less features. Professional, you can see it has some features, and Ultimate also having same features here according to this, but it can be different. But Ultimate maybe support will be more and more solid, more like more features, more themes, more flexibility, customizable. Likewise,
So basically, it is better than.
yes, it is better than,
no.
yeah. Home is the
Okay.
minimum. Most of the personal users are given home version because it is low cost. You can see home is low cost, but if you have ultimate, then the cost will be little high. Actually, cost is double. Right? Cost is double. So like this is like for Windows 10 also, there are these here Windows 10 editions. You can see home edition, and here home edition and the Pro edition. Pro edition is not having here credential guard, device guard, some security features are missing. But enterprise edition, all these are there. And education edition, so it seems like almost all except the long-term serving branch. But education one is like it's better, right? It's having more features. So Windows 11 is also same. Different versions with different features. Just compare that feature. Okay, so let's move to the coding part without taking much time. Okay, let's finish writing this one and let's go to the coding after that. Please write this one, then let's go to the coding. I'm going to create a small game today. Actually, that game is last day. Have you developed that game with multiple levels? I'll give you the demonstration time. Don't worry, I'll give you a demonstration time, right? On demonstrate karana denna welawa haduwana. If you created, you can show them. Okay, so please do this one. Write this one. Okay, without any planning, I'm directly move to the coding. This is called, there's a method actually. In software engineering, there's a method for this, but this method is little bit funny. So this method is called code like hell, right? Code like hell, because you don't have any plan. You go to the computer, just load the programming interface, right? Just load the programming interface, and after that you start coding. You don't have any plan, you just coding, adding something, removing something. So likewise you code and try to develop. So that is also a method, but that method is called code like hell. So why? Because it has no plan, no engineering approach at all. But make a command, this can be used for developing small software. Actually, game is also a software, right? Game. So why games are important? Sometimes people don't like games. So people don't like to play games. But developing games, it's really good because it will develop your logical thinking. You can think, so you will think like a person. So you will always think, okay, how can I make this difficult? How to likewise, you always think what can be done. So what are the mechanisms, right? Okay, so So let's create a simple game today. So we have done this cat one, that is okay. So let's try for another very simple game, that is kind of pinball. Right? I think you have done that, but let's try. Maybe you have played that, not done. You have played this game. First, I'm going to remove the cat from the scratch. I don't need the cat anymore. Just close this by removing the cat. And then I'm going to add another sprite here. Choose a sprite. I'm going to add a sprite. This time I'm going to add a ball. Okay, I like tennis ball, the last one. Adding that. Okay, now I have tennis ball. Let's reduce the size of tennis ball to 80. 60. No, 80 is better. 80. Okay, let's make it bounce. I just want to bounce it up and down. Go in here, hit the boundary, come back. Likewise, I want to bounce the ball. Okay, let me write a code. This is code like hell method, as I said. I need that, I'm doing that. That's all. Events, when flag break, we have to repeat this continuously. So that is called repetition. And especially, this repetition is called forever. Endless repeat. Forever I need to repeat. And how can I hit this? Okay, let's do like this. From the motion, point in direction 180 downwards, move 10 steps and click the flag. Okay, you can see it's in there. And after that, I need to bounce. If on edge, bounce. Okay, you can see it's simple. Now ball is moving and bouncing. Right, I need to add a background too. I'm going to add a background, and this time I'm going to add blue sky. And I need another sprite to hit the ball. To hit the ball, I need another sprite. So I'm going to create, actually I'm going to draw one. Here, paint. Let's paint a nice kind of, yeah, stick or something to hit. Okay, have you done it this part? Metika Harida?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, everyone? Only two say yes. Can you raise your hand if you have done? Just raise your hand. Okay, 2, 3. Devdisi, Tusindu. All right, Devdisi done. Tusindu. Okay. I hope you are done, Tusindu. Right. Okay. Let's move. Now I need a stick. So let's draw the stick. This is totally your drawing skills, right? My drawing skills are very poor. I'm going to paint. And this one, so let's draw. I'm going to use a color, maybe red color. Oh, yes, black color. Dark red. This is brown, right? Brown is better. Okay, let's go to the brown or this reddish brown color. This one. And I'm going to draw a stick here. I don't need the outline. Let's make it 0. No outline is needed. Okay. Okay, sorry. And let's draw some handles also. Increase the size of the brush. Let's decrease that to 20. Okay, this is good. You know, my drawings are really poor. Sorry for that. You can draw nicely. Okay, this is my, okay, this is the equipment that I'm going to use to hit the ball. You know, it's ugly, right? You can draw this nicely, right? Should have a flat surface and a handle. Okay, let's undo this. Please draw nicely. Use the mouse. Okay, let's keep like this. Somewhat okay. And I'm going to reduce, okay, this, I'm going to keep this. Then go back to the code. Reduce size of this to maybe 50. No, 50 is too small. 70 is somewhat good. Okay, I just need to move this with the mouse. From the events, when flag click, from the control again forever, I need to set the X of this to the X position of the mouse. From sensing, I'm telling mouse X. Set X to mouse X. Then I can move like this. But it's not hitting the ball, right? So let's keep it down somewhere here. Let's keep it somewhere here. The position is minus, what is the position? Y is minus 118. Let's set that position. Going to the motion. Y is minus 120. So that is the starting position, right? When you start, that is the position. And then you can move. But it's not catching the ball. Need to catch the ball, right? Need to hit the ball actually. Let's put if condition, because we need now condition. If from the sensing, touching the tennis ball. If touching the tennis ball, I need a sound. Hop. Okay. Okay, sound is there. Actually, I need to bounce that. From control again to the ball this time. This is for the straight one, right? This is for the straight one. This is to the ball. If touching the straight one, then you have to bounce back. So let's go to the motion and let's turn okay, point in direction Pointing direction, I'm giving not 90, should be going back. Somewhere here, here to here. Maybe let's give angle minus 45 to plus 45. Yes, minus 45 to plus 45. Pointing direction, then I'm selecting from the operations, pick a random from minus 45 to plus 45. Right? So let's try this. When it hit now, it's going. Okay, sometimes angled. Okay, good. Okay. Okay, it's effective now. Okay, now I need you to develop small part of this. Now this is working. You can catch the ball. I need you to develop small part of this. That is, when the ball is falling to the floor, or ball into the ground, ball is falling to the ground, you have to end the game, finish the game. So try to do that. Okay, this is the code for okay, try that. This is the code for handle. And this is the code for ball. Finish or still doing?
Still doing, sir.
Still doing, right?
Sir, what did you tell to do?
I want to do something like this. When this ball, let's say it's falling down to the floor, ground, then the game should be over. Make a bima වැටෙනකොට game එක ඉවර වෙන්න. The game should be over. You have to always protect without falling down. You have to hit this. So that is the game. If it is falling down, you have to stop that. Okay, when you touching the sprite one, point towards minus 45. Okay, this one. And when touching move forever, move step down on edge bounds. If touching the sprite one, then point towards minus 45 plus 45. Okay. Sprite one. Touching the tennis ball, start sound pop. That is correct. That is correct. So can you play again? Can you play again? Just here, can you play? It's not. It's not. Oh, it's not sensing that part, right? That's the thing. Go to the tennis ball. I think the problem is with the tennis ball. Point in direction. Move 10 steps down if on the edge bounce. Okay. If touching the sprite one, can you just drop down here? Touching the sprite one, what else can you see? In the code, can you drop down this sprite one? What else you can see? Touching the mouse pointer, touching the edge, touching the sprite one. Okay, that is correct. Touching the sprite one. Okay, that is correct. Point towards, pick a random 45 to. Okay, this should work. It's wonderful. Why it's not working? Okay, play it again. No, it's not sensing even, right?
So mine doesn't work right.
Okay, go to the sprite one. Sprite one. Sound, can you hear the sound?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Mauli, can you hear the sound of that? When touching the tennis ball, can you
Yes.
hear the sound?
Yes, sir, you can.
Mauli,
Sir,
can you hear
you
the
can
sound?
hear it.
That can be here.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
That's a problem, right? It's not sensing properly. That's the reason. Okay. So can you redo the part? Like, can you take another tennis ball and copy the code to that?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Try with some other. I'll come back to you. Try with some other. Okay. Who else done this? Who else done this? Can you share? Others also get the same problem. Devdisi, have you done? Lakshya, have you done? Okay. To Sindhu. To Sindhu, okay. Let's see. Right. To Sindhu, what has happened to Sindhu? So, to Sindhu, can you share again? I think you stopped sharing. To Sindhu's one is okay. Stop in, right? Okay, that is correct. Can you play? Just play, Pute. I just need you to play that and just see the code there. Maybe some error. Okay, someone else can someone else share that? Anyone else done?
Sir, I can, but mine doesn't work.
Okay, show it. That's why I'm asking to share. Because then I can check whether it's working or not. Is it touching the sprite? It's touching the sprite. No, it's not touching the sprite, right? That's a problem. Same issue like Mauli's one. It's not touching the sprite. So why is happening like that? Touching the sprite one, point towards. Okay, can you go to sprite one? You also get the sound, pop sound. Can you hear the sound? Pop sound?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That means touching happens, right? Touching tennis ball, that part happens. So but tennis ball 2 is not touching the sprite one, right? The other way it's not happening. Go to the tennis ball 2. If touching the sprite 1, point toward pick a random. That is correct.
Sir,
Yes.
I have read it, sir.
Okay, Lakshya, share it. So there are 2 of them got problems. That's why same problem. Are you getting the same problem? Lakshya, can you share? Okay, here's it. So why is game over soon? Okay, still it's working. Which edge? Touching the edge. If touching the edge, game over. All right. So you have to put actually what Tusindu has done is accurate, right? Your one is also correct. The logic is correct, but Tusindu has done is accurate. Point in direction 180, move, you're touching this point, touching direction. Okay. Easy. Was it okay, Mauli? After taking another tennis ball, was it okay?
Yes, sir, I think I figured it out.
So what has happened? So what was the error? Can you share the error? Then tell the error, then others can adjust that. With another ball, it was working, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. So I think who's Devdisi can try the same, right? Change the ball and see, copy the code and see it again. Maybe some kind of error there. But code is same, right, Mauli? No change in the code, right? It's same code.
Actually, no, I don't think.
Yeah, same. This one, no? You didn't change anything?